Yeah. What's good, everybody? We back with episode 4. It's kind of crazy. We already on episode 4. But you all know me, Antonio, and I got my co-host, Braylon. True Bray. So what's up to the people, bro?
What it do? Once again, my people, episode 4. We moving up, man. It's good to be here. We out the blizzard. So, what it do, y'all? Appreciate
Damn, I
all the
wonder if
likes.
they heard that behind me. My bad if that was terrible audio. Somebody in a 4-banger outside going crazy. Somebody's at the pool. But even if y'all heard that, it is what it is. Um, I hope my audio sounds better because I realized on the last recording that I didn't put my mic in the right input. So hopefully y'all can hear me through this mic now, and it sounds a lot better because I heard your audio. It sounded crispy. I ain't gonna lie.
Appreciate it,
So
bro.
with that being said, let's get into it because we got some nice shit to talk about today. Y'all should already know what the first topic is gonna be: that college football national championship game. We had the Alabama Crimson Tide, who were again the underdogs. However, there's a lot of people we heard from and we saw they didn't have them as the underdog. They had them winning, and they was confident. They had them. We had them going up against them Bulldogs, the Georgia Bulldogs. We gave our predictions on the last episode. In case y'all missed it, we had them winning.
Exactly.
And funny enough, I predicted by off by 1 point about how much Alabama was going to score. I think you were off about 2 points on how much Georgia was going to score. It's pretty funny. So if we could have
That really
combined,
was.
we would have been right on point. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and get into it first. I want to hear your thoughts. You said you had a lot to say, so go ahead, take it away, and I'll go in
Ooh.
after.
You know, I feel like there's no better person to go ahead and talk about the Alabama versus Georgia game than yours truly. Due to the fact that as an Auburn fan, those were both my rivals, our rivals. So to watch that game, I loved it, but I kind of hated it because I knew one of them was definitely about to lose and everything. So, like, to be honest with y'all, I just want to start off by saying I know I've seen a lot of Alabama fans speak their piece and say I've seen so many excuses from, oh, you played our scout team to, oh, if we just had one of the wide receivers, we would have still won. And I mean, I'm going to be the guy to be honest. No shade, no hate. Y'all was winning that game even after Jameson was gone. Came back and was beating Georgia when Jameson was long gone on the sidelines. So you can't really. I mean, true enough, yeah, y'all didn't have some of y'all best players, best cornerbacks or DBs, whatever you want to say, whatever excuse, can't really blame the refs because the refs was horrible on both sides. So it's like I definitely saw a lot of Alabama fans' true colors. They don't like to lose. I mean, I see them all the time. They've killed Auburn fans over just us simply beating them. So really, just to get into the game, Georgia did their job. They kept it close for 3 quarters. And like, I don't know if anybody saw it on social media, but Nick Saban said straight up, y'all kicked our ass in the fourth quarter. And straight up, that's exactly what Georgia did. Georgia stayed in there. Cause I ain't
No
gonna lie,
cap.
I don't know about you, bro, but watching the game and seeing how Alabama was moving the ball without Jamison Williams, because at the end of the day, those wide receivers are still 5 stars that are probably better than the average wide receivers, probably better than the receivers that Georgia had. But honestly, bro, I was very surprised that Georgia pulled it out because they was making me nervous, and I was like, man, they cannot make us look bad for the podcast if they choke again, because we both was out here believing last week. So for them to pull it out, I was happy for them. I don't really like the Dogs during the regular season, but they haven't won ever since like 1980 something. That's way too long. I mean, UT got a championship even before between that time. So, yeah, I know your eyes, but that's crazy, ain't it? UT won a championship more recently than Georgia. I
Oh yeah,
feel
well,
this.
UT was dominant in the '90s, weren't they? That's probably why everybody
They
loves
did
them.
have brother Manning, so that's definitely
Yeah,
true, bro. But how
that's
you
why I
feel?
say UT fans are like Cowboys fans. it's the same correlations. But anyways, man, first of all, I want to say, at least my prayers. I think my co-host would agree with me here. Prayers go out to Jameson Winston. As soon as he had that injury, I was
Williams.
like, yo, that's probably Jameson Williams. I mean, um,
Hey,
I was like,
David Winston hurt too.
you ain't lying, but yeah, prayers go out to him, man. Because as soon as that happened, I was like, that's probably ACL. And sure enough, after the game, if you watched after the game after they won, coaches went up to shake hands. Kirby asked about Jay Williams, and pretty much Saban told him we think it's ACL. So prayers to that man, man. Hope he gets better, speedy recovery. Same with Mcgee. But as far as the game, I know you hit me after the game. You said if they would have had him, would they? You think that they would have won? Honestly, I didn't think so. I think the game may have been a little bit closer as far as score goes because
Mhm.
you got to think like every time, damn near every time Alabama got into the red zone, Georgia just shut them down and held them to three for the most part. And not only that, it's just Alabama had more than him. They had Bowden and had the other kid. What's his damn name? It starts with a T.
I don't know his name. You talking about
I'm
number
blanking. It's a
7?
little. I believe so. He
Yeah,
scored. He
number
scored
7.
their touchdown. He scored their first touchdown. I'm blanking on his name. It starts with a T though. They had him, and they had Hall. Although Hall, he was a freshman. He was cold.
Mhm.
He clearly has some potential. I think he's probably going to be a problem in the future because he was showing
What a
flashes. Um,
the
but it
tight end
wasn't.
too.
Yeah. So I mean, it wasn't. And I don't put this all on Bryce because Bryce was making some insane throws, hitting people in them hands, and them boys was dropping them bitches. Excuse my language. I gotta cuss less, you know. But there was definitely some drops out there. But I'm glad. I'm really glad because I don't know if we touched on this in the last one, but I'm glad Georgia finally did what they were supposed to do the first time. Send the pressure at Bryce. That's what you got to do. He's not good under pressure. We've seen it consistently throughout the season. Auburn, which I do, send the heat at him. He gets uncomfortable. Gets uncomfortable in that pocket.
Mhm.
And LSU, we were playing third strings out there, but we were sending the heat at that boy, and he got uncomfortable. We almost beat them. So
Mhm.
that was the key to success. I don't know why they didn't do it the first time around. Also, I feel like Alabama wasn't as hungry as Georgia because of the fact that they might have came with the mindset of we already beat these guys, so we can definitely do it again. Georgia really had a bone to pick because they were the one that took the L in the SEC championship game.
Mhm.
So them boys came out hungry. They went crazy. Um, we picked them, so I'm glad they made us look good. So as far as predictions go, we are better than Stephen A. We want to know. Stephen A
Wanna
is
know.
probably like 0-30. Um, but yeah, man, that was a crazy game. I think a lot of people thought it was boring though. I ain't gonna lie, because I've seen some posts. Even I think House of Highlights or somebody posted the dog, and they were like, even he's tired of watching this game." I'm like, y'all are crazy, y'all tripping.
They
Like,
some
it's
goofies, bro.
it was really like to me, it was cool. Like it was a chess match the entire time until stuff got crazy. But yeah, I'm Stetson Bennett. He didn't do too much. Oh, he was. I don't know. I think you were hooping first quarter. I was trying to
Mhm.
tell you, bro was so nervous coming out there on that first possession, bro, because he got sacked and they were like 2nd and 25 on
Sheesh.
the first possession, and then bro came and tried to take off for the first down, and the ball just came out of his hands. He got so lucky because it bounced directly off the turf and back into his hands, and then they tackled him. He was super nervous, but I'm glad he picked it up, and he showed what he's been doing all season, leading the Georgia Bulldogs as their quarterback. And let's just let this be known: a walk on, dare I say, outplayed the Heisman Trophy winner. Let that sink in. Ooh,
Ooh, you
I
might
don't
have some
know. I don't
haters for
know.
that one.
I might, but hey, the proof is in the pudding. Just go back and watch that game. The proof is in the pudding.
Uh,
However, I don't know if there's anything you have to say. I think I've said all I needed to say. 'Cause I know.
Shoot.
Did you want to touch on the salty Bama fans? Did you want to do that?
Honest honestly, bro, I kinda hit it towards the salty Alabama fans, but, like, I'm just gonna leave it where it is because I know Alabama had, a hard past 2 days, lost the national championship on Monday and got that butt whooped in college basketball by them Auburn Tigers on Tuesday, so Imma leave it alone, wait on next year so, we can all run it back. I don't think we'll see Georgia in the championship next year because they're gonna lose a lot of guys, off this
There's a lot of
defense.
guys expected to leave. So
Exactly. So like really, I think this is the best point to go ahead and just like end the college football season. I'm sure everybody probably thought Alabama was gonna win it again, but we've ended the season with a different champion. And I'm glad that we're going into the offseason with Georgia as a champion rather than Alabama or damn Ohio State. So
but I'm also glad to say that the SEC is still the dominant conference. We are
no
still
cap.
running things, still running things. So, with that being said, what we gonna get into next, brother? We gonna get into these Kappa facts that we gonna get into. Transition to that.
Say less, bro. You want to say yours first? I want to hear yours. I like yours better than my one. So
All right. Well, I mean, while I read mine off, you can probably think of some because I mean we can have anything for these. First one I think is a pretty obvious one. It's a statement that you know I definitely agree with. T.J. Watt, Defensive Player of the Year. Crapper facts.
you asking me?
Of course, I'm asking you. You're the only one here.
Well, say less then. Um, I ain't heard nothing about any other defensive player this year. So that's definitely facts. I ain't heard nothing else. All I've been hearing is TJ Watt about to break the record. He didn't break the record. He tied the record. We just found that out right before we started recording. But I mean, I remember me and you was joking around just the other day, and I was like, "Hey, man, Derrick Henry break outside. He's stiff arming T.J. Watt." And this is before they play, this past Sunday. And so I watched a little stream of the Steelers playing, and I saw him tackle somebody behind the line of scrimmage, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna be real with myself. I might have to hit up Mo and say I'm the capper of the day because I don't know if Derrick Henry, as strong as he is, gonna stiff arm that man. He might get the arm on the man, but he might come down. Well, he definitely gonna come down with TJ. So he definitely deserves that defensive player of the year for sure. So that's definitely facts.
I'm definitely gonna have to agree with you on that one. Y'all see the terrible towel in the background. Been watching every game, and this is a 17 game season. Keep in mind, TJ Watt only played 15 games, and I'm pretty sure he exited early on 3 of those games. Still tied the sack record, 22 and a half sacks, tying Michael Strahan. And that's just insane because he could have easily broke the record if he would have played all the games or at least not left early for some of those other games due to injury. That being said, straight facts. If he doesn't get it, I don't know who else you're giving it to. And it's insane if they don't give it to him. The only person they ever really hype up is Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, Aaron Donald. I get it. Aaron Donald's dominant. I get it. He's good. I
Every
get it. He's
year.
one of the best in his position. But show TJ his love, bro. Show him his love. He deserves it. He got out last year, and without a doubt, he's the front runner this year. But we'll see what happens. Getting into my next one though, you know, I think we might have some disagreements here, which
Yeah.
might be good. Because I'm a stand on mine. Jack Harlow, best white rapper ever. Capper facts.
Phone, Zach. 45 minutes. I ain't ever talked to Zach.
Here we go. All right, so best white. He came
What's
in,
up,
he
big
said-
dog? How you doing?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. My Blue Devils won. I'm good.
UT Orange.
Hey,
Yeah, I
he's
know
exposing
Braylon
me.
likes them too.
I'm
Yeah, I
exposing
know.
him.
He's exposing me. I don't want to be exposed for you too.
Hey, I
So
know Tennessee. I know Tennessee's gonna beat them Wildcats.
Oh yeah, no problem.
all right, you know what? All right, forget both of y'all.
That's a done. That's a done deal.
Forget both of
Done
y'all.
deal.
I'm
Hey,
done.
man,
I'm done.
shut up. We heard him.
Y'all heard
Dang,
you heard
bro.
me.
Is that too much
No,
facts for you to handle?
no, it's not too much facts to handle, but I just want to let everybody know the man you just saw is my coworker Tony. I'm multitasking at work between my rounds. But anyways, to answer your question, greatest white rapper alive is not
Yeah,
Jack
Jack
Harlow.
Harlow.
It's not Jack Harlow. There's
Who is it?
Eminem,
Come on, bro.
Vanilla
Are we
Ice, like he just said.
mid?
I don't wait. Who is Vanilla Ice?
Mid.
He might
he
actually
just
be mid,
did he
bro.
just
I'm gonna
say
be honest
did
with
did
you.
he just say Vanilla Ice? That's
Yeah,
wild.
you're gonna have to let him slide with that one. You know,
Yeah, I'll let him
you're gonna
slide.
have to
That's
let
some
him
old head
slide.
stuff.
He on the way back. Let's see what he got to say this time.
Marky
Who is
Mark? Oh no,
Marky Mark?
definitely. You don't know Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch?
Is
Man, bro,
that
you
is
gotta
that Mark
go.
Wahlberg?
Yeah, that's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be the funniest
It's gotta be
podcast
the
that we've
funniest.
taken.
Like I'm contemplating editing this out, but I'm also contemplating not editing it out because it's kind of funny,
No,
man.
no, 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 no. You gotta let it fly because he came in. He said, "Well, I just got off the phone
Damn.
with Zach." I was like, but no, for real though, bro. Like, I don't want to necessarily say I disagree with you because, like, right now, white rappers is out right now. I think Jack Harlow is the best, but it's like we've known Eminem for so long, bro. He has so many hits. Jack Harlow is not up there with as many hits as Eminem yet.
Wasn't you
I
just
think.
talking about FN or NF or whatever his name is?
I'll be honest with you, bro. Like Jack Harlow's better than NF.
Really?
Yes, I mean I truly believe it. I'm not finna just because I like the artist. I'm not gonna just sit here and cap because this is cap control. We controlling the cap and we leaving that at home, like we always say. So like,
Respect.
so yeah, I'll be honest with you. It don't matter if I like the person or not because I don't think Young Thug's the best black rapper. So I mean, and that's one
There's
of
a
my
lot of
favorite
those.
rappers. Yeah, there's a lot of them, but Jack Harlow, he's definitely out right now. He's the best white rapper, but he's not
Okay.
the best white rapper of all time. But you know,
No,
years down the road,
I said of all time.
of all time, yeah, he's not. He's not yet. He can be if he keeps on dropping music that's better
So who
than
is?
keep dropping hits. The best rapper of
Who
all
is
time right now, a white
the
rapper,
best white rapper of all time? Because that was
the
my
best white
statement.
rapper of all time. Because
Yeah, that was my statement.
your statement is cap,
Okay.
but
Tell
but
me why.
your
Tell me why. Tell me who.
I just told you. All right, so since you asked the question, I guess I can ask you. What songs does Jack Harlow have that really everybody know outside of what is it? Brand new whip just hopped in. I got options. I don't know that song. What is do 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 do? What's popping?
Oh snap!
Brand new. What's popping?
Listen,
And then Dixie Chicks.
Route 66.
Yeah, Route 66. And then that other song. Just because he's on that song with Lil Nas. I mean, you're trying to call this man the
Listen,
best rapper of all
listen.
time.
I don't know what that song is. I seen he dropped a song with him. Never listened to it. Not going to. Shout out to
I
the
agree.
Foo Foo Boys. I don't want to offend y'all, but I'm not listening to that song.
All right, so
So I mean, listen. Are you asking me what songs he got?
I don't want to hear your personal opinion. I want to hear about the songs that like if we had
Well,
some
my
females
personal
on here.
opinion. If we have some females on here, listen. I don't know what everybody else knows, so I can't answer that. A
So
lot of
what's
people might
popping
know this
and
whole.
what?
A lot of people might know the whole album. I mean, what's popping? Obviously, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
You didn't even mention Tyler Hero. You didn't even mention that.
Oh yeah, Tyler Hero.
Oh
That
yeah,
was slide. I
yeah.
admit. I admit.
That's just slide. And the
Yeah.
remix to What's Poppin'. That slides too.
Okay, we gonna just count that as two songs. You want to count
And
that
then
as two
Route
songs?
66 obviously slides.
Okay.
Although it's not starred on here. The two star songs, Way Out with Big Sean, Already Friends. That's a star too. Obviously, people are listening to that. Obviously, they're really popular songs. So, I mean, obviously, what's popping. I mean, my thing is that this. I think my statement is facts. Let me tell you why. You name Eminem. Eminem to me personally, like I'm not like you call me biased or whatever, but I think Eminem is mid. Never really been a fan. Um, I think he's
Wow.
like his features are so fire. Like some of them like are classic features. Like on the Forever song, Drop the World. Those are insane classic features in my opinion. But as far as
Mm-hmm.
his music, like I'm not a fan to be honest. So I mean, and when I first heard Jack Harlow, it might have been what's popping, but might have not been because I think my homie from Louisville actually put me on to Jack Harlow.
Mm-hmm.
But I instantly I was like, yo, this dude is fire. You know what I'm saying? So just for me personally, I ain't heard no white dude better than him. I haven't. I haven't. So and I mean, you can't talk
Hey, that's
about Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice is
definitely not. That was
is
him. That wasn't me. That was him.
no, no,
I
I know, but I'm mentioning them
oh,
because people gonna know who Vanilla Ice is. At least they
mm.
should if you know the video history.
What
And
about
definitely not Marky Mark.
what about bro who
And
sings
sure as hell
for
not John Cena.
he don't rap. What's bro
He definitely
name?
raps. He has a whole album.
What's dude name with the braids? He got the tiptoeing in my Jordans, trying to
Riff Raff?
tiptoeing. Yeah,
Yo,
bro. It's
Riff
like
Raff is a way better hooper than he is a rapper. Riff Raff is pretty
yes,
cold at basketball.
but
I will not lie to you. But hey, I like Riff Raff is kind of like a troll to me. Like he's not even really a rapper. He's kind of a troll to me, to be honest. But if you think about all the white rappers, oh, show some. I'm gonna have to show some love to my guy Machine Gun Kelly too. He's up there too. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because he went at
I,
it with Eminem, and his song was way better than Eminem's song, in my opinion.
Machine Gun. I like Machine Gun Kelly when he was a rapper, not a rock star.
I haven't
He's a
heard
rock
any of
star
his
now,
rock music,
so
but I don't mind it. I mean, I like
that's
all
that's
music
all he's
except
been
country music.
dropping. This is all he's been dropping ever for like the last few years. So I don't think he's a rapper anymore. To be honest with
I know
you.
he has one of the best looking females in the game. That's a dub too, off top. I ain't gonna lie to you. Megan Fox,
Oh,
insane.
I was confused
But
on who he's talking about. I
but
was like, who is he talking about, dog?
I think we talked enough about this. We obviously
So
disagree on this, and that's
you
fine.
really sticking
You're
with
sa-
it though.
I'm standing on that. Best white rapper ever, and I've made that
So
statement, and people have agreed with me. I've made that
well,
statement before. People have agreed with me. I can't tell you who, but they have,
yeah, don't
and
name
they're
drop
white
them
too.
because
They're white
yeah,
too.
of course
Oh
they
no, we
are.
can't name drop. It's not free clout over here, except for your
Yes,
boy,
no, no,
bro.
no, no,
He got some free clout just now.
no, no,
You know what
no,
I'm saying?
no,
He was
no,
our
no, no.
first official guest. Shout out to bro. You know what I'm
Yes, his name's Tony. Get him on Facebook, Tony Mcgee. But
ladies,
but
ladies. Holla
yeah,
at my
he do
man
got a
Tony.
wife though. He got a wife though. But no, bro, man, you can go ahead and get off the subject because I feel like we talk about this all day. Because we on the fence. I think next week we should bring up, the facts of, who is the actual best white rapper. Because
Well,
I don't
I'm
think
gonna say the same thing.
I was like, your statement's not gonna hold weight because it's gonna be like, all right, Jack Harlow
Maybe not
got
to
like
you.
5 plaques, and then you gonna see Eminem having about 35 plaques, and I just base it off of who got the most success, not about who's the most trendy person as of right
Well,
now.
I mean, Eminem's
I,
been in the game forever. Give Jack Harlow some time, and he'll prove me right.
I
Anyways,
that's what we're
moving on
waiting
to
on.
this. Moving on to this last one. Auburn, best SEC basketball team. Cap or facts? As a Wildcat fan,
Yes, a
are you willing
Kentucky
to admit that?
basketball fan.
Closet
I,
UT fan, are you ready to admit that?
all right, so this is cap control. So you got to stop capping because you don't cap twice. So you get another one and you getting kicked out and you capper of the day. So I'm not a closet UT fan. He's a closet UT fan because before we even got on this call, the man was saying I was at a UT game and was watching them play against West Virginia. I ain't never been
Bro,
in no UT game.
I will openly admit I like
You
their
are.
basketball team, but I would not consider myself a fan. I'm a basketball fan. I like what they got going. The most what I like the most about their team is their coach, Rick Barnes. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's a
defensive minded
popular
coach.
opinion around here, but I like him a lot.
It's not. They hate his offense. So that's why I kind of feel a
I wouldn't
little
really
bit
blame him for that.
shit. He
You got players
had
that can't get buckets. Hey,
bro. It's that's not the problem. But we're not gonna talk about UT because that'd be wasting our time. My Wildcats
no,
gotta get on the butt whipping on Saturday. So,
we'll talk about them another day, possibly after they play y'all. So
oh yeah, we definitely gonna talk about that. Yeah,
so are you willing to admit that Auburn's the best SEC basketball team, or are you
they
still
the
stick
only
with your
team.
Wildcats or somebody else?
The only team. They're the only team in the SEC. Honestly, the only team in college basketball that like truly puts fear in my heart to where I feel like if Kentucky goes out there and plays against them, then I'm just ready to go ahead and hold the L because that team is deep, and I'm not when a lot of teams they be deep and it would just be like yeah they're playing 8 guys, they're playing 9 guys. No, Auburn whole ass can play like 11 dudes that can get buckets. So they're a really deep team. So I do believe they're the best team. They've beat LSU. Let's see. They just beat Alabama pretty. I think they beat Alabama yesterday by 6. So I mean, they have a pretty nice record. They only got one loss. They're most likely going to be the number 1 and number 2 team after this weekend, depending on if they do win on Saturday, which I think they have a pretty easy dub on Saturday. They play against Ole Miss on Saturday, so I mean, they're going to be 13-1. So all goes well. They'll be maybe the number 1 team since the number 1 team Baylor went down yesterday. So I'm gonna go ahead and say it's facts that Auburn is the best SEC basketball team as of right now. And when we get to the tournament in the SEC basketball tournament, I do think that they're gonna be right there at the top. I'm dreading playing against them. I know you're a Duke fan and you've been watching your boys play, but I mean, if you've caught any SEC basketball, how do you feel about this statement, my brother?
Well, about that. So, and I'm looking at scores. I'm not zoning out on you.
I got you.
However, I think that my mind has been changed to that statement definitely being a fact. Just because before you said they beat LSU, and I had LSU as the best team in the SEC. I'll be honest with you, because they went out there and they beat Kentucky. And I think that, and they started off the season super hot, and they weren't getting ranked, weren't getting any respect. But I did have them, in my opinion. I thought they were the best. But at
Mm.
this point, I don't think there's any denying that Auburn's the best team, especially after last night. Because Alabama, I wouldn't consider them a slouch team at all. They got
Mm-mm.
one of my favorite players in college, Javante Quinterly. So, and that man's a straight bucket. And they also got other buckets on that squad. And shout out to Buddy who dunked on the 7-footer. That was a highlight, although it didn't get the dub. Boohoo, Alabama fans. A lot of losses in these past few days,
Definitely.
yeah, I have to roll with them, to be honest. And overall, I think that this needs to be stated.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can agree, maybe you can't. SEC this year probably the best basketball conference, in basketball, college basketball this year.
Mm.
A lot of good teams. A lot of good
Mm-hmm.
teams.
I right as of right now, I'm agreeing to that. But I've been watching some Big 12 basketball. They're soon about to be Big 10 since they lose Oklahoma and Texas, but they're still the Big 12 for the next year and a half. And I mean, I've been watching them play, bro, and I think they're very close to being just as deep as the SEC. And I mean, it's kind of surprised me this year because like I'm used to like the ACC having
I
ACC and
know.
the Big Ten having like the squads that like okay, well the ACC may have Kentucky and Florida and UT, but the ACC has Duke, North Carolina, NC State, and all, Clemson and all those teams. And the Big Ten the same way with Michigan State, Ohio State, and Michigan and all of them. But it seems like some of those teams, and this is a long season. It seems like those other conferences, the main two, Big Ten and ACC, it seems like they're down right now. It seems like Duke's just dragging along the ACC. But I mean, it's all good because I mean, at the end of the day, when March Madness comes around, it's every man for themselves. Don't matter what conference where you from. You just trying to win that thing. So I I definitely agree. De- Definitely so. Definitely agree with you.
Yeah, but I mean, ACC, yeah, you're right. They're usually deep, but other than Duke, um, I think there's some sleeper teams that could definitely catch some other teams lacking for sure.
Who
But
did I catch today?
because
I
I
don't
mean,
remember.
Miami caught us lacking. Wake Forest didn't look too bad, but
Uh,
in the end, it ended in a blowout.
yeah.
But do you have any Capper facts for us today yourself? It could be anything.
You know, Captain Facts. Honestly, I do not. I like the three that we spoke on because I
Yeah,
gave you the
I
third one.
like them.
So
You did.
so I
Accidentally,
feel
you
like we
gave
should
me the
just
third
end it.
one.
Yeah,
But I mean, I like what we spoke on. I think we spoke
de-
some facts. We even
definitely,
got a surprise guest out of it. So,
definitely
with
gonna be
that being
hilarious.
said, with that being said, we had Kyrie return. We spoke on the Kyrie return. So I think it's only right that we show our boy Klay Thompson some love.
Mm-hmm.
He returned to the court, and dare I say, it felt like Kyrie returning because having both those players in the game is just good for the game because they're both box office. They both get buckets, and they're both
Mm-hmm.
some of the best players at their positions, if not the best. So, Klay Thompson, his return. What did you think?
All right, so I'm glad that you brought up Klay Thompson and Kyrie's return because I think the difference between Klay Thompson and Kyrie's return is that like Kyrie came out there and he was just kind of like just chilling, just going with the flow, trying to get back in the game. Klay came out there, was biting dudes' heads off. That man scored the first bucket, came out with the strap. He crossed Jared Allen, and I was kind of surprised by this because the crossover was very smooth and cute. Came up, crossed over the low, got past him, went to the hole, and I saw Klay was on demon time and dunked on him, man. And I was like, okay, I know somebody on Instagram named Max Nice said that Klay Thompson is a not a goofy, but he said he's a clone. That man look like a clone because I know he's still the same Klay Thompson, just a little Joe bro, but that man definitely was ready to put some points on them boys' heads. And I was happy to see him back because Curry's been a problem pretty much all season, even though he's fell off a little bit. But you know, Klay was looking kind of scary. And honestly, with a healthy Warriors team, I would love to see them play against the Nets with a healthy Kyrie and James Harden. I think that's a series that would go to 7. No matter who, no matter how many points KD scores, I think he's still gonna go to 7 because Curry can score just as many points as KD. He just may shoot more threes. And I mean, I guess you can trust the Warriors defense more, but that's just how I feel, bro. So like, I mean, how do you feel about Klay coming back? Because it seemed like everybody was just so happy. It was like I think Klay got more love than Kyrie did when Kyrie came back. But I mean, I know Kyrie got a lot of haters, so it don't even matter. But I was happy to see Klay come back.
Well, like you said, Kyrie definitely has a lot of haters, for dumb reasons. But that's a story for another day. We might have even already talked about it. However, I definitely think Klay got a lot more love. It was nice to see, because when they came back, they were playing the Cavs, and your casual NBA fan will say the Cavs are ass. The Cavs are not ass. The Cavs are actually a pretty decent team. If the season ended today, they would be in the playoffs, and people might be surprised because they don't have LeBron. With that being said, I had to fact check myself because I was pretty sure that Klay had 17 that night. Because I remember you had asked, you was like, "Hey, you think Klay will get over 15?" I said, "Bro, it depends. It depends on minutes. Depends on are they gonna give bro the green light?" And I think it's safe to say he had the green light that night because that man came out pulling. That man came out on demon time,
He shot
and I
8
definitely, I
shots
definitely, yeah, he was
in
taking
4
his
minutes.
shots, taking his shots, and I was loving it to be honest. And every time he put up a shot, the crowd would go, "Oh!" If he missed, because they was winning back because Klay Thompson being back for the Warriors. I don't know if it seems like a big deal to everybody, but it should be because he he could honestly make them a lock to come out the West. Because at this point in time, I don't see any teams coming out the West, whether it's unless it's the Warriors or possibly the Suns. But I'm gonna be in. I'm gonna be waiting on that series because I definitely believe it'll happen. But if we can get a healthy Warrior squad fully loaded and a healthy Nets squad fully loaded in the NBA Finals, I think that'd be amazing. Amazing. Um, and I know LeBron sexuals will be mad because he's not in the finals, but that's fine. He has his own problems with the
LeBron
Lakers. The Lakers,
sexuals.
we're not even sure if they're gonna make the playoffs. I'll be honest with you, because LeBron, and this is not hate of LeBron. LeBron is doing his thing. LeBron's going
Mm-hmm.
absolutely insane at the age of 37 now. But man, the team is just so underwhelming. But this ain't about them. I just had to bring that point up for those that when I said the Warriors were coming out the West, they were like, "Nah, that's the Lakers, bro. They're gonna get it together." I know some of y'all was thinking that,
The Lakers will
but
get
yeah,
together when Westbrook can make a jumper consistently,
and I don't see that coming down the pike anytime soon.
and
But
when
yeah,
AD stops dodging contact. So they
AD,
got two big fish
aka
to fry.
aka always damaged, aka always disabled.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, Klay Thompson being back, that was amazing. Amazing for the game, amazing for the ratings, amazing for the fans. Um, I definitely am a Klay Thompson fan myself, and I'll go out on a limb and I think we all know that Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
But I'll go out on a limb and say Klay second. I'm not gonna lie to you. What do you think about that?
Oh, over your boy.
Over my boy,
Yeah, your boy from Atlanta.
over my boy Trey,
Yes, you love Trey.
over Trey, over Trey.
Over
I do
Trey.
love Trey. He's one of my favorite, but I'm talking about shooting, just strictly shooting.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay. Shooting
100%.
all
Because
time.
just Trey is more of like he's younger, obviously. Clay has more time in the league. I think as Trey gets going, he can definitely be up there in the top five probably shooters. But as of right now, like he's a volume shooter. He's not insanely
Wet ball at the wet
consistent with
ball
that.
type guy.
Yeah, he's not wet ball after wet ball. Not yet, at least.
Mm-hmm.
Give him some years. I think he'll be there if he wants to be, because that might be a thing that he might not want to do. I
Mm.
think I need, when it comes to shooting, you should definitely show some love to Dame Dollar. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a sniper as well.
What about
We
would you take him over Iguodala?
take Clay or Dame.
You said Klay Thompson's the best shooter, and I've seen,
I think second best. That's
second
that's
best
the
shooter.
stuff.
Oh yeah, my fault. I misspoke. But yes, second best shooter. You taking Klay over Andre Iguodala?
Oh man, Clay over Iguodala. Man, that's actually a tough one, bro. Because we got this guy that gets paid millions, bro,
Millions.
and he's on a nationally televised network,
National.
and he wants Iguodala. That being said, that guy's a fucking idiot. Yes, I'm taking Clay. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
we definitely
but
be honest.
but I mean, I've seen Iguodala hit clutch shots, but there's no way you're gonna take him over Steph or Clay. What they say, if the Martians had the death beam pointed at Earth,
I'm
I
taking
want
Iguodala.
Iguodala. Ugly ass boy.
Hey, yeah, for real, for real.
Yeah. But if we have a guest on here and we start referring to them as Kellerman, just know it's not going so well for him.
It's
Because
not.
they will be on a hot seat as the guest. Because whenever we put a guest on here, we expect them to know what they're talking about, and we inform them way ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that being said, is that the last thing you want to talk about? Is that the last thing we have on the schedule?
Shoot, bro. I do want to touch on two
Oh
things.
no, you can touch on
Yeah.
that, but we got to get to your cap of the day.
Oh well, my
I was
cap of the
waiting to hear
day.
that.
My
No,
cap
no,
of
we
the
can touch
day
on
is
those
a little
things you
bit
want
of
to.
a. It's a little bit of a cop out for my cap of the day because we've already spoke on it, but maybe
Oh
I can
really?
touch more on that whole hating fact. But I did want to touch on us in the future of having us a guest on here. So like, if anybody out there want to be a guest, definitely comment and subscribe and let us know. Or if you know somebody that may want to come on here and talk they talk. We talk about everything from music to football to basketball, college sports. I mean, we'll even
Life.
get into gaming and stuff, mental health, life, and all that. So, like, definitely let us know if you're interested in being a guest because we definitely gonna branch this out, make this bigger, bring more people in. So hit us up for sure, because only way you can be on this show is if you leave a cap at home. So if you a capper, stay at home. You can stay out the podcast. But to get into my capper of the day, y'all apologize to me because I know y'all not gonna like this. But we spoke on it on our first subject on Alabama and Georgia, correct?
Correct.
All right. So the capper of the days are the Bama fans. Yes, I know.
Alabama fans.
Yes, the Bama fans. And the reason why I say they're capping and why they're the cappers, multiple of them because it was multiple people on socials saying just full of excuses. For one, the worst excuse I heard from Alabama fans is, which I know I've already said it, was y'all only won because y'all played against our scout team, and that's cap. Because last time I checked, Will Anderson was still out there trying to kill Stetson Bennett, and last time I checked, the only really true DB that y'all was missing Josh Jobe, which is y'all starting corner, and y'all was missing the two backup cornerbacks. Y'all are supposed to be 5-star you, so that's cap. Y'all got excuses. Y'all still had a team out there that could beat probably UT and Vanderbilt. No offense to UT and Vanderbilt. So that's not a scout team. A scout team is going down the road and playing against, I guess the Wilson Central or Lebanon High School in football. That Alabama team was still nice. It really doesn't matter if Mechie played, because like you said earlier, and you really made me think about this. If Mechie and Jameson played, the game would have been closer, but I think the game would have been closer to my prediction of 34-28. Because
Yeah.
Georgia was playing defense. So, Alabama fans, I know that y'all are still heartbroken, but please leave the cap at home and save it for next year. Come mad and all that. Don't nobody really care because, y'all are about to be on the downfall. And, y'all can hit my DMs on Instagram or on here. But I had to call y'all out because y'all can't take no losses without acting like little babies. And I know a lot of Alabama fans, watching this podcast. So I'll be happy to answer y'all questions on why else y'all are cappers of the day. But I wanted to keep it short. So capper of the day, those road tiders that just got washed by the dogs. So if you hear them dogs at your door, just know upstairs they getting it in and got that national championship.
Yeah, the
Bing
tide
bong.
rolled, bounced off a wall, and came right back at him. So, Hey, I want to give a shout out to number 99 on Georgia's D line. Steelers, go ahead and draft that man. He'll probably be
Which
gone,
one?
but if he's not, 99 on the D line. I don't remember his name. I ain't gonna be honest. I think it's Jordan
99, not
something.
98. Oh, Joe, you talking about
99.
the big
6'7",
boy?
360. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, that
yeah,
boy is
yeah.
gonna be nice.
Yeah, I seen him run and chase down a quarterback, and that man looked like he was like Thanos running towards the quarterback. No, he was gone. Like, I don't know if you can find that video. I'm gonna send it to you when you off here, bro. But that man, yeah, go ahead and get him.
Yeah, Steelers, go ahead and draft him because we need some help on the D line for sure.
TJ with
Because
him.
my
Oh
dog,
boy.
my dog Hayward can't be out there by himself. We got the outside linebackers covered, but my dog Hayward can't be out there by himself because we got Tyson Alawalu when it went down. So when he comes back, go ahead and grab 99, and we're gonna be straight. Um, but yeah, bro. Your capper today, the Alabama fans. I think it comes to a point where Alabama's so used to winning, and they just can't take these losses. You got to
Mm-hmm.
understand some people. You can't win them all, no matter how good you
Mm-hmm.
are. There's always going to be slip ups. It's always going to be bumps in the road. It's not going
Yeah.
to be perfect. Clemson caught y'all lacking a few times. We see where Clemson is now. Because that's what makes the SEC so great. We continue to be great. We don't just fall off. So, with that being said, Georgia had to win this when you think about it. Because if Georgia didn't win this, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think they'll ever win under Kirby Smart. But
Yeah,
shout out to Nick Saban for getting him that job because everybody that Nick has under him, they're all great football minds and they all end up getting better jobs, head coaching positions,
definitely.
things like that. So, with that being said, I think we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. I think it's been a great show. I think it's probably been one of the funniest shows we've done. Definitely a lot of fun for sure. And I hope y'all enjoy it.
Definitely.
Peace out.
See y'all.